Low lights, low words, long shadow on the wall. Whiskey swims slow in the glass like a moon that won't fall. Door creaks once, then silence takes the room. Power walks in quiet shoes and rearranges doom. I nod at the band, let the snare breathe deep. Let the bass count money while the city falls asleep. I don't beg the night for favor, I already own the town. You can hear it in the hush, the smoke holds the crown. Silk-tied gunmetal cufflinks, ash on the sleeve. Cards on the table and a trick up the weave. Deal stitched in whispers, sewn under the den. Every promise like a razor tucked under the skin. They talk fast, I talk less. Silence does the work while the others confess. Neon bleeds red through the blind's thin veins. Outside rain writes my many son names. I keep the ledger like a rosary of sins. Clicker the zipper where forgiveness begins. Slow guitar bends like a threat you don't see. And the room leans forward to breathe with me. I don't gamble what I can take by grace. A smile is a lockpick on an iron face. They bargain with fear, I bargain with time. The clock is a witness that belongs to my mind. I carve my initials in the hour's last bone. When the saxophone weeps, I'm already home. Cold hands, warm heart, all debts come due. Every oath is a blade, watch how it moves. If you can't hold steady when the city goes dark, you'll never learn to light a fire with a spark. I don't raise my voice to make thunder sound. I let the hush shake walls from the underground. In a room full of kings, I straighten my gown, and every crown remembers who taught it to bow. I don't chase a throne, I just sit one down. The room signs the papers when I look around. No saint, no sinner, just a promise I found. Power speaks in smoke, and the smoke holds the crown. I've seen men drown with a coin in their mouth, swallowed by the river they wanted to drought. Heard prayers get pawned for a bottle and a lie. Watched angels fold wings when the price got high. But me, I learned patience from a trigger that never had to pull. A lesson in restraint from a cup never full. The devil rents rooms on the 7th floor. I sell them quiet and I lock the door. There's a woman with eyes like a witness stand. She reads my past like a smudge on her hand. Says, baby, what breaks you makes the band. I kiss her pulse and I let time land. Street lights blink like a Morse code plea, but mercy's a ledger with a limited C. I don't forgive quick, I forgive once. Write it in ink where the paper won't flinch. If loyalty's a chain, I'm the link they trust. If betrayal's a wind, I'm the weight in the dust. Cold hands, warm heart, keep you breathing slow. Make the room come closer while you barely move. If you can't make silence, do what you choose. You'll never teach thunder how to sing the blues. I don't raise my voice to make thunder sound. I let the hush shake walls from the underground. In a room full of kings, I straighten my gown, and every crown remembers who taught it to bow. I don't chase a throne, I just sit one down. The room signs the papers when I look around. No saint, no sinner, just a promise I found. Power speaks in smoke, and the smoke holds a crown. Pocket, ghosts in a hall. Names etched faint on the ledgers crawl. I own what I carry and I carry very light. Just a blade made of patience and a map of the night. Man with loud hands crave a riot's cheer. I buy the silence and I seldom fear. My enemies write letters with invisible ink. By morning they discover what I made them think. I never run, Roads run to me, I never beg. Doors beg to be free. The piano tells the truth in a minor prayer, while the trumpet signs a treaty with the air. I'm not looking for heaven in a sinner's town. I'm building cathedrals where the lights go down. I tie to the moment, not to the crowd. And the angels, if they listen, keep their heads bowed. Cold hands, warm heart, count to 4. Let the bass be a judge and the snare be the law. If the night is a jury and the dawn is a door, you leave with the verdict that you came here for. I don't raise my voice to make thunder sound. I let the hush shake walls from the underground. In a room full of kings, I straighten my gown, and every crown remembers who taught it to bow. I don't chase a throne, I just sit one down. The room signs the papers when I look around. No saint, no sinner, just a promise I found. Power speaks in smoke, and the smoke holds the ground. Shut, city exhales, slow rain rubs the neon till the letters glow. I leave a tip for the night on a silver tray. Spend it on silence, I hear myself say. Band fades out, last note settles down. Somewhere on my knees and kissings of dawn. D minor dawn on a window pane. Kettle speaks low like a patient vein. Dust writes mercy where morning grew. I touch the sill, the light, the brew, and breathe it in like something new. When all that's left of me is quiet, all that remains is true. I kept a ledger etched in bone, names like rivers, debts like stone. I weighed my days on iron scales, told the night my storm-born tales. But metal rust and thunder tires, water beats the tallest spires. What's left behind when the brag is through? A chair, a lamp, a faithful screw, a hinge that sings the house to you. Not much to crown, just much to do. I learned to bless the small of you. When I am done with proving, all that remains is true. Count to 4 with ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory wants a brighter dew, pour a tea and let it cool. The truth is patient, simple blue. When all that remains is true.
No crown,
no stage, no debt to suit,
just bread
and light and work you do. A name that fits a soul that grew. The thunder falls, the day comes through.
I set my hands to honest you.
I am the quiet proof I knew. When all that remains is true. I hung the suit that wore my fear, watched the velvet disappear. Silk can't hold a bending heart, gold can't keep a home from part. I traded heat for humble flame, lost some glory, found a name. I fixed a gate, I fixed my pace, I left a seat at every place. The letters I never found the time arrived in chores and cleaner lines. A widow smiled the way grief does, half assault and half a trust. The street said thanks, the hinges too, in oiled metal, truth came through. Breathe on for, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns to argue blue, point to the door, it swings like new. And all that remains is true.
No crown,
No stage, no debt to suit,
just bread
and light and work you do. A name that fits a soul that grew. The thunder falls, the day comes through.
I set my hands to honest you.
I am the quiet proof I knew. When all that remains is true. I kept a drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vines. Some I sent, the rest I wore inside the coat that learned me more. The mirror edits what shame would sell, leaves the face that fits me well. Not a savior, not a saint, just a man who learned restraint. I count the rooms that made me new, the sink, the porch, the wooden pew, of any chair that held me through. Forgiveness built in grain and glue, no witness needed, nothing due. I breathe, I live, and call it true. Hold that fort till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for one more cue, smile once kindly, you're almost through. And all that remains is true.
No crown,
No stage, no debt to suit,
just bread
and light and work you do. A name that fits a soul that grew. The thunder falls, the day comes through.
I set my hands to honest use.
I am the quiet proof I knew. When all that remains is true. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I held too tight, I'll speak them soft and make them right. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide guitar bend once thin, rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon view, feed it supper, salt and two. If power asks what it should do, make room at tables, keep love true. Say less, stand plain, count to four, remain. A child chalks planets on a walk, orbits held by patient talk. She names the small one second try, gives it time to learn the sky. Her mother laughs, the light agrees, folds a ribbon on the trees. Across the lane a neighbor calls, fences holding thanks to all. I wave and carry bread inside, let ordinary be my guide. The room receives my working shoes, floorboards hum their honest news. The house exhales a humble cue. When life is this, the world is true. Count to four with a longer trust, let brass breathe warm above the dust. If history asks what's due from you, answer chairs and time and true. And all that remains is true.
No crown,
No stage, no debt to suit,
just bread
and light and work you do. A name that fits a soul that grew. The thunder falls, the day comes through.
I set my hands to honest use.
I am the quiet proof I knew. When all that remains is true.
When all that
morning folds open like a careful hand. Piano on the sill, light dust on the land. Kettle takes breath, street yawns away. There's nothing to chase, nothing to fade. I set down the yard, I walk through the rain, and hear it, the calm calling my name. I've bartered with thunder, I've counted to 4. I've taught a locked city to love a soft door. I've carried a silence that sharpened the blade, and set it all down when the debt had been paid. Now every step has a weight that's kind, measured and honest, a friend to the spine. I don't need applause in a rented room. The daylight signing is praise enough bloom. The coffee is simple, the ledger is clean. I tally by mercy, not by the sheen. Where noise once begged for a louder claim, the wind writes gently, repeating my name. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let bread be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a neon flame, I answer with quiet. I know my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. I'm walking the block the way fathers do, carrying daylight like good men choose. I oil a hinge that no one will praise, sweep a small step for ordinary days. A boy rides past with a crooked grin, learning the breaks that hold trouble in. His mother smiles a thank you thin. We trade a nod and that's a win. I used to love like a spark on straw, too hot to hold, too quick to draw. Now love's a river in a patient bed, cooler than fire, warmer than dread. I set 2 plates, keep one for the rain. When weather needs shelter, it knows my name. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where truths can grow. If pride returns for an old campaign, I pour a tea, it forgets my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. There's a chair that forgives the weight I bring, a lamp that edits the sting from things. On a wall, a map of slower roads where patience pays and hurry owns. I've learned to repair what I used to replace, to bless with hands instead of haste. I keep small tools where anger hid, a screwdriver where judgment did. The hinge in me learned how to swing towards the hard truth and the truest spring. If grief needs room, I'll make it a lane. It passes through kindly and says my name. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If yesterday asked for a harsher aim, I write forgiven next to my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. Bring me the locks I force for show. I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the words I threw like stone. I'll speak them soft and make them home. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let the guitar bend once and rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory begs for a neon flame, point it to supper, bread and name. If power asks what it's for at last, to keep the future kind to the past. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A neighbor's fence needs a measured hand. I lend the hour, not a brand. We talk of rain and the price of weed, the sort of kingdom I trust my feet. He tells me loss in a quiet pitch. I answer by listening where ache is rich. No sermon spills, no banner flies, just cleaner air behind our eyes. We sign the day with a humble pen, a treaty of ordinary men. When dusk arrives with a cooler flame, a sparrow repeats it, the sound of my name. Hold that 4, let the snare stay shy. Let brass breathe low like a faithful sigh. If glory calls from a louder frame, I wait once kindly. I know my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame. It teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain. The calm knows my name. The calm knows my name. The calm knows my name. The calm. Calm knows my name. Got her arms of him on the eaves. Window rides rivers down the leaves. Roof keeps time with a fingertip drum. Lightning signs quiet, thunder stays numb. Key in the lock like a whisper refrain. Welcome home to a house made of rain. I didn't build this place out of brick or bone. Didn't stack proof just to call it my own. I gathered what fell from a restless sky, the salt of losses, the tears I denied. I learned the angles water prefers, how grief turns gentle when nobody stirs. I framed the rooms with slowed down breath, mortared the corners with patience and rest. No nails of pride, no doors that shout, just hinges of mercy that open out. I swept the noise from yesterday's veins and laid these floors with a hush that remains. Count to 4 with the rafters bend, let the drip find rhythm and call it a friend. If memory knocks with a suitcase of blame, show it the same, let the rainfall explain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. No fire to prove, no crowd to entertain, just me and the hymn of a house made of rain. Kitchen light flickers like a faithful nurse, measuring pulse in the coffee's verse. The kettle exhales what the night held tight. Let's old names soften and learn to be light. I shelve the thunder beside the door, labeled it only if peace asks for more. My coat hangs wet with an honest past. It drips in a bucket, I empty at last. There's a chair that forgives the weight I bring, a towel that crowns me with nothing like king. This roof doesn't keep the storms away, it teaches me how to stay. Breathe on forward till the bass says stay. Let the snare brush puddles into play. If pride arrives with a loud acclaim, turn down the lamp, let the rain know your name. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls are weather, floors are weather, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. I bless what broke and what remained, built in a room in a house made of rain. Bedroom window holds a silver sheet, city's heartbeat softened and sweet. I count the breaths I used to spend on doors that jammed and wars to defend. But water rewrites the story I kept, turns razors to rivers where swords once slept. It polishes shame like a blackened toy, till face and purpose rejoin. I keep a ledger for gentler dues, debits of anger, credits of truce. Balance returns like an evening train, arriving on tracks made of rain. Hold your count, let the strings lean low, let piano drip notes you already know. If guilt demands an iron chain, rinse it to rust in the mouth of rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. No witness needing no domain, built, breathe and breathe in a house made of rain. Bring me the words I spoke too fast, I'll soak them soft till the edges pass. Bring me the locks I forced for proof, rain will repair the honest roof. Bring me the letters I never sent, we'll float them down the basement then. Let the guitar bend like a bowed down spine, let trumpet glow like a street lamp sign. If mercy is water, then I'm the clay. Save me slow, wash one river. Say let's hold true, count four, come through. Hallway mirror fogs with a second chance, finger draw circles where I used to glance. The man in the glass looks old ashore, but kind in the lines where storms mature. I thank the leaks that taught me pails, like the temporary roofs that became my tales. I learned that shelter isn't dry, it's where your worry comes to lie, where grief is a guest with a decent bed, and blame is a coat you learn to shed, where love is a mop, not a closing door, cleaning the footprints you adore. 4 beats soft like a cotton hem, let the past get quiet at the brim. If rage returns to stake its claim, it leaves in silence, washed by rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. I mend, I breathe, I lose the strain, and sleep like thunder after rain, after rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in a hush of a house made of rain. Drip slow down to a monk-like clock. D minor breath and the windows lock. I killed a lame bill, two chords played, oh hearts made of red then. In a house made of rain. The glass stays still while the room leans in. Your shadow breathes where you begin. The bass walks slow, the air turns wide. I hear the storm in the fire you hide. A match unstruck, a coil of heat. The snare taps vows beneath your feet. And the night she waits, eyes open wide, to watch you guard the fire you hide. You wear your comb like a tale of truth, a seasoned grace that outgrows youth. No sharpened word, no reckless swing, just silence set like a steady ring. Your hands don't twitch, your eyes don't plead. You let the room learn what you mean. The crowd grows careful, side to side. They feel the heat in the fire you hide. A cufflink shines like a practice star, a tiny signal for who you are. The organ whispers a velvet thread, a warning soft as a prayer unsaid. No fevered breath betrays your flame, no lifted chin to shout your name. But I can hear the thunder ride, a horse made quiet by the fire you hide. Ain't no preacher blessing this control. You learn to losing what you stole. You bank the blazing iron jars. You steer by silence, not by stars. You count to 10, let pride subside. Let ash turn coal and coal abide. And when the world demands your side, you show them all the fire you hide. So pour one for the man who never shout, whose steady pulse dissolves the doubt. He laughs low, won't break the tide. He moves the night with fire he hides. It hums like steel, it warms like wine, a sovereign heat with no headline. I ain't begging fate to guide, I lead with all the fire I hide. She finds your gaze and tests the frame, a curious spark that wants a name. You tilt your glass, refuse the chase. You let her learn the shape of grace. The bass grows thick, the chatter fades. A hush collects like midnight breeze. She leans toward the darker side, drawn by the gravity you hide. You learn to fold your anger neat, to iron heat with measured beat, to close the fist without the blow, to make the storm decide to slow, to turn the fuse into a threat, to bank the flame without a debt, to to let the hunger be a guide, that kept clean, righteous fire you hide. The man in the mirror lifts his brow, says, boy, I see, you've learned it now. It ain't the road that rules the room, it's how you breathe, how long you bloom. No blade to wave, no brittle pride, just heat with no one else to ride. He taps the glass and seems to glide. You're crowned by all the fire you hide. A murmur builds from jealous throats, a little storm that swells and floats. They test your edge, they court your name, they bait your pulse to brighter flame. You raise one hand and inch at best, the riot crawls back in its chest. The snare assumes its faithful stride, obedient to the fire you hide. Pour one for the man who holds his ground, who slows the storm without a sound. He hums low, lets truth decide. He bends the night with fire he hides. Raise your glass to our grace, to eyes that hush a crowded place. No run, no blade, no careless pride, just sovereign kept clean fire he hides. A single note becomes a road, a hush becomes the strongest code. The hammer breathes a chapel tone, the floorboards vow you're not alone. A wrinkled thread beneath the tide, a furnace built but kept inside. The room leans in, the sparks divide. They learn to trust the fire you hide. And I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I simply outgrew aimless flame. I spend my sparks where they belong. I buy my peace with measure strong. I keep my fury polished, healed, a blade that never leaves a shield. And when the loud ones want a guide, I show the path by fire I hide. Ain't no choir singing this restraint, no trumpet for the patient saint. The proof is how the lightning waits, how even though it hesitates. You want the key, reduce the stride, let walk grow wise and heat reside. And when the world pulls either side, stand still inside the fire you hide. So powerful, the silent fuel, whose quiet tells of what is true. He laughs slow, lets time aside. He moves the dark with fire eyes, the joy of fire and a reckless ride. Just breathe a note, then temper pride. And when the fate remember tide, my crown was in the fire high. The shady routes of this is coasting in, and camps go bad from the different. I was watched gas tells commits the street, and driving single a whisper and fit the street. Couldn't find
The rain don't stop for a guilty man. It falls the same, it just don't land. The glass still shakes when the night gets loud. The past still stands where I once vowed. The whiskey hums, the soul debates between the door of love and fate. And the night she knows mercy came too late. I built my walls from pride and smoke, watched her drown in every joke. She begged for warmth, I gave her cold. Called it strength, but it was old. Now I drink in rooms she used to light. Her laughter gone, but the ghost still bites. And though I pray, I hesitate, mercy came too late. The mirror word don't lie, it just reflects. The wreckage love can't resurrect. Her scent still walks these hollow halls, soft as grace, hard as walls. I said her name, it hurt to speak, like prayer from lips that turn to weep. Each word I whisper seals my fate. Mercy came too late. No preacher saves a stubborn heart when it's too proud to restart. You can beg the sky, you can fight the flame, but forgiveness don't wear your name. The truth don't chase, it just waits. It stands beside your slow mistakes, and when it knocks, you hesitate. Mercy came too late. So pour one for the man who saw too clear when the light was gone, not when it was near. He laughs soft, tries to meditate, but mercy came too late. It hums like sorrow through his veins, a quiet echo that still remains. She ain't seeking grace, just fate, 'cause mercy came too late. I wrote her name on an envelope. The ink ran wild with no hope. The words said sorry, but they bled. Each line I wrote just filled with dread. The wind took it from my hand, like time too cruel to understand. The sky turned black, the soul sedate. Mercy came too late. I stood outside the church she loved, watched candles flicker like the ones above. The pews were empty, the choir was gone, but the silence still sang her favorite song. I left one rose on the 7th seat, the one where she rests her feet. And though I whispered through the gate, mercy came too late. The man in the mirror don't pray no more. He's tired of knocking on closed doors. He says, son, you had the chance, the time. You turned love's rhythm into rhyme. Now the blues don't punish, it reminds that guilt's a friend to broken mind. You can't rewrite what sealed your fate. Mercy came too late. I felt her touch in a dream last night, soft as sin, gone by light. She said, I forgive, but not for you. It's just what dead hearts learn to do. I woke with tears I couldn't hide, like ghosts that won't step aside. Each breath I take, each step I wait, mercy came too late. Pour one for the man who don't belong, who hums a name through every song. He still prays low, but heaven's gate, yeah, mercy came too late. Raise that glass to what's been lost, to every heart that knows the cause. No pardon left to reinstate, mercy came too late.
speech, no confessing, each silence stings. The blues don't lie, it just translates. Every wound mercy can't sedate, and in the hush I resonate. Mercy came too late. I ain't holy, I ain't pure, but I walk roads I can't endure. If heaven waits, it waits in vain. For men like me, don't change the chain. I breathe in guilt, I exhalate. Still hoping peace won't hesitate. But when I look, the truth's innate. Mercy came too late. Ain't no choir to cleanse my soul, just the hum of blues. Door shuts off like a verdict done. Dusk glows gold where the lowlights run. No clock ticks, no breaths too loud, just breathing bass beneath the shroud. Whiskey hums rules no tongue can name, and silence wears a tailored frame. One nod, one glance, the whole room bends. Power begins where volume ends. Men chase thunder till they lose their feet. The quiet crowns never taste defeat. I build my throne with folded noise, train my hands to handle poise. Every sigh's a contract sign, every stare a boundary line. They speak in rush, I move in wait. Patience my slowest state. The map on the wall bleeds in shade. Every block a promise paid. I rule by pulse, by pace, by tune, by the rhythm of the silent room. Count to 4 before you speak. Let your breath dress iron sleep. Truth is a blade that hides its bloom. That's the first law of the silent room. These are the laws of the silent. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silence. If thunder's needed, sell it soon. Buy your peace from the hush of the room. Rule 1, don't trade time for pride. Keep patience sharp, wear it inside. Rule 2, forgive once, not twice. Mercy cheap is mercy's vice. Rule 3, never speak to fill the space. Let silence show your face. Rule 4, if rage must knock, feed it calm, change its clock. Rule 5, loyalty sings best unheard. One look replaces 1,000 words. She sat across, smoke in her hair, eyes like riddles that knew I'd stare. Tell me, boss, what buys your calm? Time, I said. sweaty palms. She smiled a spark that begged for flame. I smiled back, but kept the aim. Do your laws forgive, she sighed. Once I said and never lied. Ash fell slow, verdict divine. Silence spoke the word align. Breathe in, forth, hold the floor. Let the snare hum a true sword. If words can kill, then peace can grow. That's the creed of the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silent room. Bring me oaths that don't need sound. Bring me grace that walks unbound. Let brass eyes slow like a sinner's tune. Let the strings confess to the moon. If power must breathe, it should breathe light. Cool and constant through the night. You don't win wars, you let them fade. That's how a dynasty's made. Patience counts coins no bank can weigh. Collects respect, the loud repay. Silence ain't empty, it's earned. Every pause is something learned. A boy once came with a lot of men. Voice too quick, knees that bend. Boss, he said, I talk too proud. I said, then learn to speak out loud. Only when your heart's in tune, else you pay with ruin soon. He nodded slow, his fear went thin, and left a man instead of sin. The woman smiled, glass half low. Your peace, she said, still bleeds control. I said, control's not cold, it's kind. It saves what chaos leaves behind. We shared the quiet like a prayer. Each sip a lesson, stripped and bare. Count to 4, don't break the chain. Let rhythm wash away the pain. If thunder's proud, then quiet's groom. Bow your head to the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silent. If funds needed, sell it soon. Buy your peace from the hush of the room. Who rules the night with unseen tune? The man who breathes in the silence. Who bends fate without custom? The hand that goes. Oh, dawn loosens a knot on the eastern seam. Mist folds slow like a patient dream. Gravel breathes under honest shoes. Water speaks in quiet news. I touch the rail of a weathered shore. The river moves, but it don't rush anymore. I used to chase what the thunder sold, trade young fire for borrowed gold. Ran with a clock clenched in my jaw, bit down on seconds till I cracked the law. Every bridge was a dead run, every street a loaded gun. Now I count by softer signs, bird prints stitched in muddy lines. Steam from a mug that forgives the cold, stories that learn to age, not fold. I wear a coat with fewer wars, let wind edit what time ignores. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let the breath be the calmer guide. If yesterday bangs like a locked old door, let water answer, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It turns sharp stones to a kind of form, teaches a spine how to weather a storm. I lift my hands and I ask no more. I walk beside what I begged before. Call it mercy, call it Lord. The river doesn't rush anymore. I've seen men drown in a thimble of need, argue with blessings, sprint past the seed. I've watched loud hearts hire a crowd to clap for the break, and they wore like a shroud. I've bargained with rage and I've rented regret, paid too much for a faster bet. But patience writes smaller checks that clear at dawn without side effects. A heron stands like a seasoned judge, feeding rumor, mine won't budge. He blinks the noise of both his eyes, signs the minutes and lets them rise. Breathe on 4, let the snare stay faint. Leave the drum for the softer saint. If pride comes limping to settle a score, let the river say, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It rounds the edges, the city wall, returns the name to a truer core. I give my hurry to the water's floor. It dissolves like salt I can't restore. Call it wisdom earned in pause. The river doesn't rush anymore. Oh, there's a road that taught me how to bow without losing bow, to stand like fence post, hold a field, firm below and warm to yield. I used to think that peace was weak, till silence answered when I'd speak, till mercy held my shaking hand, till rest rewrote my business plan. Now when a rumor lifts its blade, I change the light, not the parade. The younger me would press and roar, the older me opens one more door. Bring me the miles I tried to sprint, the letters I sealed but never sent. Bring me the locks I broke for show, I'll oil the hinges and learn them slow. Let the guitar bend like willow bone, let the bass say stay, be stone. If time is water and I'm the shore, let love erode what hurt was for. Say less, hold more, count to 4, let it pour. A kid throws sticks where the eddies spin, watches each choice decide its end. Some sink quick, some turn and glide, some find the far bank's patient side. His mother laughs at a stubborn twig, says even the small learn how to dig. I taste a memory on my tongue, the first time failure kept me young. When I stopped forcing every bend, Let a smaller victory be my friend. When later wasn't loss or chore, just ripples moving toward the shore. Count to 4 till the fear grows bored. Let quiet be the last strong word. If lightning brags like it owns the floor, I show it water, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It rounds the names we used to score, turn sharp to round from push to pour. I give the wheel what water's for, the mood and bait to memory score. Like it a river, we it war. The river doesn't rush anymore. Say less, hold more. Count to 4, let it pour. A kid throws sticks where the eddies spin, watches each choice decide its end. Some sink quick, some turn and glide, some find the far bank's patient side. His mother laughs at a stubborn twig, says even the small learn how to dig. I taste a memory on my tongue, the first time failure kept me young. When I stopped forcing every bend, let a smaller victory be my friend. When later wasn't loss or chore, just ripples moving toward the shore. Lean close, hear pebbles vote with tiny clicks. Hear old mistakes dissolve to silt. Hear promises turn into bricks. For bridges mercy meant to build. Lean closer if law still rings like iron ore. Teach it water, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. Rain keeps score on the blacked out glass. Street hums low like a wounded brass. Ice taps twice in a heavy hand. Light up blinks, tiny funeral band. The office smells of leather and rain, contract smoke and a patient pain. I tell the room be honest or leave. It answers back with a silent sleep. A city fits inside a quiet sip. Decisions drown on the whiskey's lip. My name rides low in a neighborhood hymn. Good men nod, bad men swim. A ledger sleeps on the edge of dawn, open like a throat that wants to yawn. I've bought my peace with a steady gait, but war keeps keys to every gate. I keep a picture of the docks in frame, where boys learn patience and men learn blame. I carry mercy like a folded knife, meant to save breath, not take a life. Count to 4 and dim the roar. Let the bass confess the floor. If pride walks in, make pride sit down. If grief gets loud, let grief wear a crown. This is where whiskey meets war. A quiet room, a louder score. I drink what's left of yesterday's men, then sign the fate of midnight again. No flags, no drums, no open door. Just me, a glass, and the weight I swore. If peace is truth I can't ignore, I'll taste it here, where whiskey meets war. A soldier's coat hangs on the chair. Rain made halos in the air. He said I did it like you said. Took fear alive, left pride for dead. But even clean jobs muddy your soul. Even right cuts take a toll. I told him, walk, don't look behind. We pay the bill in a different kind. He left his silence on my desk. Cigarette ended like a small protest. Window shook with a passing train. I felt the city hide its pain. The trumpet down the block cried thin. I poured the night and let it in. Hold your breath, the verdict moans. Let the snare rattle on bones. If rage is loud, make rage grow sore. Teach it to whisper on the floor. This is where whiskey meets war. A quiet room, a louder score. I drink what's left of yesterday's men, then sign the fate of midnight again. No flags, no drums, no open door. Just me, a glass, and the weight I swore. If peace is truth I can't ignore, I'll taste it here, where whiskey meets war. She came with rain, folded in her sleeves, eyes like harbor lights on thieves. Tell me, she said, what glory buys when it leaves a bruise between your eyes. I set the glass down like a bell, said glory's a story the loud ones sell. I buy the quiet, I sell the calm. I pay with pieces of my palm. She touched the ledger, felt the blame, read the weight under every name. Could you have loved without the throne? Only if the night could stand alone. Shed a smoke like a borrowed hymn, watch the halo over brim. She didn't cry, she didn't plead. She named the cost and let it bleed. Count to 4, let thunder pat. Watch the glass forgive the glass. If truth comes barefoot, lock the door. Make it warm on the office floor. This is where whiskey meets war. A quiet room, a louder score. I drink what's left of yesterday's men, then sign the fate of midnight again. No flags, no drums, no open door. Just me, a glass, and the weight I swore. If peace is truth I can't ignore, I'll taste it here, where whiskey meets war. Bring me the names I couldn't live. Bring me the hours I called a gift. Bring me the fists I taught to sleep. Bring me the vows I couldn't keep. Let the bottle slide, its sermon slow. Let the rain translate what I won't show. If justice limps, I'll walk beside. If mercy shakes, I'll let it ride. I've turned my anger into steam, let it fade across the beam. I've paid for silence, coin by coin. Built a church the tire joined. No parade, no crimson door, just a pen that knows the score. Count to 4, sign once more. Let the hush conduct the war. A phone blinks red like a wounded eye. News from streets that never lie. 2 rivals drowned in their own scheme. A third got wise to the family dream. I could flood the night with guns and proof, or fix the leak in the weathered roof. I choose a ladder, trim the flame, change the game without the blame. Send the widow's roses white, pay the priest to play more light. Hire work for fatherless hands, put the wolves on other lands. A kingdom breathes where a man forgives, not where he burns all bridges to live. Count to 4, set pride aside. Let the slowest truth decide. When victory knocks like a gloating boar, don't open, make it wait by the door. This is where whiskey meets war. A quiet room, a louder score. I drink what's left of yesterday's men, then sign the fate of midnight again. No flags, no drums, no open door, just me. Counter's cold cup gone thin. Steam left early won't come again. Neon blinks like a tired hymn. Door sighs once, then forgives the wind. Sun edges in with a hesitant nod. I drink with ghosts and quiet gods. I used to wake with the sirens playing, chasing a storm like a younger man. Now I count spoons in a vacant den, silver that learned how to listen within. The clock licks minutes off the wall, a gentle thief who knows it all. I learned to hold what doesn't bruise, to keep one truth and let others lose. The street outside ties up its hair, morning sprayed on an honest stare. I stir the cup though the warmth is gone, habit that believes the dawn. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe decide what words won't ride. If thunder asks for a second shot, tell it, not today, I'm better soft. Cold coffee and quiet gods. Let breathe decide what words won't ride. If thunder asks for a second shot, tell it, not today, I'm better soft. Cold coffee and quiet gods. It's breakfast for the scarred and hard. No choir needed, no king's facade, just a chair that holds my flawed. I lift the cup to the day I got, to every fire I chose. There's a photo curled on the bulletin cork, a younger grin with a rusted fork. He thought the world was a door to force. I taught him hinges and the patient course. I used to love like a smuggled flame, too bright to hold, too quick to name. Now love is water in a steady jar, tastes like distance, drinks like stars. Sparrow pecks at the window's doubt, small brave heart on a crosstown route. It looks like truth without applause, a perfect rule with kinder laws. Breathe on full till the bases stay, let the snare brush sweep away. If yesterday knocks with its louder fraud, serve it cold coffee and quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods. I eat my peace in smaller odds. With thunder begged, I'm counting sods. Seeds I planted, flaws and clods. I bless the hours the city trods, and sip with ghosts and quiet gods. The waitress writes mercy on a receipt line, be well in ink like a slow design. She says my name like she stores the sound, a coin that comes back double round. I tip her truth, not pity's grin, for the night she's paid in noise and sin. We share a nod that could feed a town, a humble yes, it sets cups down. Outside a bus exhales its dread, men board softer than what they said. I used to measure by who knelt fast, now I measure by who lets pass. Count to 4, let the piano wait, one note hanging like a held out gate. If pride returns with a metal rod, bend it back with quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods, sermon in steam that memory loves. No miracle miracle here, no stacked applause, just decent breath and gentler claws. If grace is real, it mines the sods where roots drink deep with quiet gods. Bring me the letters I never sent, bring me the vows I kept in rent, bring me the locks that learned my hand, bring me the miles that didn't demand. Let the guitar bend where courage heals, let the bass speak truths the mouth conceals. If peace is priced in smaller ways, I'll pay in pauses and honest days. Say less, mean more, hold breath, count 4. A man in a booth folds yesterday's news, wrings out the ink for softer views. He nods at me like a weathered oath, we're strangers sworn to the same slow growth. 2 kids trade marbles near the door, biggest planets on a cleaner floor. They share, they argue, then split the sky. Tiny treaties that learn how to try. I taste the bitter that won't turn sweet, a lesson poured where grief and meat. Cold coffee's honest, it doesn't pretend, it stays what it is to the very end. Breathe on full, let the window glow, let morning shine where the thin lights go. If rage requests is crimson rods, I answer flat, I'm with the gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods, I lay my wars in uncut sods. No crown to polish, no iron prods, just steady hands and softer odds. If legacy asks for polished nods, I'll point to steam and quiet gods. There's a church across from the grocery store, spills hymns and coupons under the door. A mother counts change with her prayers, brave math, chooses milk and keeps her path. I've bought 1,000 thunderquares, but mercy taught me better maps. Now when a line divides my mind, I draw a bridge and leave it kind. The ghosts that used to own my lungs hum a lower, humbler tongues. They're not gone, we've made a truce. They watch me choose what I refuse. Hold that photo, the heart beats clean. Let the string silo like evergreen. If the night returns with brass applause, I pour it down for quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods, breakfast with the honest squads.
The room was clean, the whiskey dry. The dawn broke soft across the sky. I swore I'd buried every sin, but the devil just smiled and walked back in. His boots made sound on my quiet floor, each echo louder than before. In the night she smirked with knowing grin. The devil walked back in. He came with charm, with velvet tone. Said you look calm but you're alone. I laughed and said those days are gone. He poured a drink, said you're not done. His shadow danced, the glass leaned near, whispering truths I used to hear. And though I prayed, I let him in. The devil walked back in. The bottle sang that old refrain. Each drop of memory, each taste the same. The fire rose like it never left, a sweet old wound I call my theft. He
said, peace is dull, but pain's divine. Let's bleed a bit between the lines. And I, a fool with tired grin, said, hell pour two, let's begin. No preacher warns a comfort snare, the kind of sin that feels like air. You think you're clean, you think you won, then one small whisper and it's done. The blues don't end, they just pretend to fade a while and come again. And I smile back without chagrin. The devil walked back in. So pour one for the man who tried to heal, who found his calm then lost the deal. He laughs low, caught in a spin. Yeah, the devil walked back in. It hums like lust, it breathes like sin, a dance too sweet to not begin. He ain't seeking peace within, 'cause the devil walked back in. We made a deal, no words, no hands, just silence where temptation stands. He said, you're tired but not done yet. You missed the burn, you missed the sweat. I nodded once like an old friend's game. He knew my face, he knew my name. The light dimmed slow, the air turned thin, when the devil walked back in. The strings cried out beneath my hand, like a preacher lost without command. Each chord cut deep, each been confessed, each note a scar I still possessed. He said, play me one for the sins you keep, the ones that wake you from your sleep. And I obeyed with a crooked grin, when the devil walked back in. The man in the mirror raised his glass, said, you knew he'd come, it always lasts. He don't shout, he don't condemn, he just says, you're still one of them. I chuckled low, said, guess I am. A sinner bound by his own hand. And in the smoke beneath my skin, I felt the devil walk back in. The bar lights hum, the silence breaks, the past arrives with all its aches. The taste of guilt still bittersweet, a rhythm my heart won't delete. He said, boy, the blues ain't gone, it's you. It just sleeps until you call it through. I smile soft and raise my gin, to the devil walking in. Pour one for the man who can't resist, who finds his heaven in the twist. He hums low, gives in again. Yeah, the devil walked back in. Raise your glass to the one and wild, to every lost, corrupted child. No redemption, no amen. The devil walked back in. So pour one for the souls that bend, who make peace only to sin again. For every heart that can't rescind, yeah, the devil walked back in. No crown, no flame, no kin, just smoke and laughter wearing thin. And when I fade beneath this grin, the devil walked back in. I see men pray just to fear the fight, and beg for calm when it both fires. I see Joe kiss and miss the sand, and both smile. This that blows deep, the mouth appears when I would air. She just knows we're right, so I live my best to roll again. The devil walk back in. Lamb hangs low like a moon in chains. Dust rise halos over wood grain veins. I pull out a chair that remembers my way. Lay down a ledger and a patient fate. Trumpet far off, rain near the pains. Tonight we dine with a table of names. Oh, cold secrets the church won't keep. Grooves like scars where the vows ran deep. This coffee ring shake like unclosed loops. Cigarette constellations of old troops. Some names shine like a clean brass rail. Some look back with a county jail pale. I trace with a finger the ones who stayed, the ones who folded, the debts I paid. A city is made of the hands that live, a mercy in pockets of careful drift. I didn't build empires with a marching band. I built them slow with a quieter hand. The bass underfoot hums low and claims. Power remembers at the table of names. Count to 4 before you speak. Let the snare ride long cheek. Ink may fade and ash may stain, but a kept oath never leaves the grain. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, to the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory maims, we rest the weight on the table of names. Here's Angelo, steady as winter steel. Never took more than a man could feel. Here's Rosa the saint with a gambler's eye. Saved 3 boys and refused the sky. Here's Vito who lied like a choir boy's hymn. Sweet on the tongue with a knife in the rim. I bought him grace on a Sunday night. Sold him the truth when he asked for light. And here's a blank where a friend should be. The ghost of a promise that outlived me. Some names I whisper so they don't wake pain. Some I pronounce like a gentle rain. If legacy's a legend nobody owns, we're all signatures on borrowed bones. The organ breathes softly like old remains. I turn a page at the table of names. Count to 4, keep shoulders square. Let memory sit in the head of the chair. A king is a clerk when the night explains. All power kneels at the table of names. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory maims, we rest the weight on the table of names. A waitress turned widow writes notes in the margin. Small clean letters like a private pardon. She circles a date when the docks went dark, when sirens learned a funeral's lark. I fold a bill under a sorrow's plate. not to erase, just to mediate. A soldier I raised from a street with no father, left his rage here and grew up farther. He learned that thunder is easy to sell, but quiet keeps the city well. Another page, ink bleeds like wine, where loyalty tilted on a crooked line. I forgave once where twice would kill. I held the door when mercy stood still. No angels here, no perfect claims, just men tuned low at the table of names. Count to four, give grief a chair, let brass eye soft in the open air. If truth is heavy, don't shift the frame, hold steady now at the table of names. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, the lost and the loyal who played the same. If crowns are heavy and glory remains, we rest the weight on the table of names. Bring me the ink that outlasts rain, bring me the hands that ease a stain, bring me the night I should have stayed, bring me the bill I never paid, bring me the doors I closed too soon, bring me the favors I called a boon. Let the guitar bend like a vow that bends, let the organ count our better ends. If legacy's a candle that knows our shame, we hold the flame at the table name. Write slow, breathe true, say less pay do. A traitor returns as a father of two, holds out a hand like a debt that grew. He asks for work, not a pardon's kiss. I give him routes where the edges miss. Not mercy blind, not judgment wild. A safer street for a safer child. A widow brings roses for the men who fell, says nothing, her silence rings the bell. The room takes note like a notary sky. Even the shadows forget to lie. I learned to bless without losing the blade, to ask of the storm what calm this paid. I signed 3 lines and refuse 1 war, approve 1 truce and forgive 1 score. The pen feels warm in a colder hand. Some laws you keep just because you can. Count to 4, let the pages rest, lay your ear on the table's chest. If the past still beats and the present aims, we pause together at the table of names. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory remains, we rest the weight on the table of names. Streetlight spills like a silver confession across the pavement where the wind keeps score. I measure my calm in the length of my shadow and count out the promises I can't ignore. A window blinks, the city turns its shoulder. I keep my collar up against the cold. Silence is heavy but it doesn't break me. It chisels my will into iron and gold. There's a rusted gate that sings when I pass it, like a memory learning how to breathe. I could chase ghosts till the morning forgives me, but I've learned what stays and what needs to leave. There's a map in the cracks of the sidewalk, a secret compass under my feet. Every turn writes a vow in the gravel,
walk with patience, never retreat. Neon rain drips from the awnings, spelling stories I rarely tell. I keep my words like coins in a pocket, spent only where silence won't do as well. Old mistakes sit quiet on benches, tipping hats as I wander by. They're not friends, but they know my posture, back straight jaw, easy eyes on the sky. I used to run where the rumors were louder, hunting thunder just to test my name. Now I sip slow from the cup of the evening, let the bitterness teach me a different flame. The alley breeze, a harmonica distant, the tone of a promise I'm learning to keep. I'm not lost, I'm exacting my choosing, where I sow is where I'll reap. In the night, ask softly, who do you carry? I answer, only the man I'm meant to be. If the road is narrow, let it be narrow. My stride is steady, my hands walk free. I walk alone but not lonely. I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me, I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely, a planet seed, becoming what I need. There's a key in the curve of the moonlight, it turns in the lock of my ribs. Patience hums like a low-burn fire, feeding muscle to my fibs. I used to swear by the crowded tables, cards and smoke and restless deals. Now I trade in hours and focus, stacking bricks no rumor steals. The river speaks under iron bridges, cold and clear with measured grace. It tells me, hold your sinner traveler, when the inside you're in the race. A passing train writes sparks on the darkness, Morse code for a stubborn heart. Read it true, keep walking softly, every master was once apart. And the dawn sits waiting behind the warehouses, a thin pale blade that will cut me clean. If I bleed today, let it be old out, let courage fill the space between. I walk alone but not lonely, I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me, I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely, a planet seed, becoming what I need. Whispers on brick, the city remembers all the versions of me that try to impress. One by one I fold them and file them, thank them kindly, then lay them to rest. Slide to toss sides like a door near closing, but I'm the hinge that refuses to rust. I am the keeper of small sure choices, stone by stone I build my trust. If thunder comes, I won't chase it, let the storm announce itself. I got weather in my marrow and a compass on the shelf. Reaches nothing without grounding, grace means power with a leash. I set the table for my hunger, serve it discipline for each. I walk alone but not lonely,
I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely. A planet seed, becoming what I need. I walk alone but not lonely. Not empty, full of quiet speed. Streetlight fades, the vinyl crackle widens. I count my steps, then let them go. Where I'm headed doesn't need a witness, only a promise kept low and slow. Fade on the river of breath, fade on the ink of the road. I walk alone but not lonely, becoming the man I already know.
The floorboards hum like a hidden vein, a silver pulse beneath the grain. The lights lean low, the room holds still. I count my breath, I tune my will. A watch clicks time against my skin. The night inhales and lets me in. In the dark she smiles, she knows this waltz, a crown that beats in silver pulse. I walk like thunder wrapped in cloth, a quiet oath, a tempered froth. My shadow folds along the wall. I don't need height to stand up tall. The baseline nods, the glasses stay. I pay in patience, not in sway. The room pivots on my pulse. Silver steady, never falls. Cufflinks glint like midnight vows. I keep my calm, the world allows. A leather chair, a whisper seat. The groove obeys my measured feet. No fever pitch, no frantic boast, just heat that moves from coast to coast. I speak in breaths, the crowd consults, riding low in silver pulse. Ain't no preacher teaching this restraint. You earn this nerve by what you ain't. Don't chase the noise, don't beg the thrill. Let power rise in quiet skill. It climbs the spine, it finds the walls. It turns your doubts to dwindled salts. And when the world demands results, you answer with a silver pulse. So pour one for the kings who never shout, who let their rhythm take the doubt. He laughs low, keeps perfect waltz. He wears his crown and silver pulse. It hums like steel, it sways like silk, a slow burn storm in satin milk. I ain't asking fate for both,
poles. Lays back to let me breathe. The snare's a whisper under sleep. The organ sighs a smoky thread. The lights draw halos round my head. No empire built by louder hands outlasts a man who understands. A leader bends the air he holds, time and sharp as minted gold. I learned to take the longer path, to split the storm in halves of math. I spilled my rage, then kept the cold. I feed it slow, it feeds my soul. A smile so slight, it barely moves. A nod that tells the city's grooves. Relax your fists, release the jolts. Let strength arrive in silver poles. The man in the mirror lifts his chin, says, boy, you found the calm within. It ain't the roar that rules the room, it's when your silence shapes its tune. No blade required, no bargain rage. You turn the page, then set the stage. He taps my wrist, I hear the waltz. The watch keeps time in silver poles. She enters slow, a comet's curve, with eyes that test a man's reserve. I tilt my glass, I do not chase. Control is how the strong embrace. The bass grows warm, the chatter fades. The air commits to cleaner grace. She reads the stillness that exalts, a quiet crown in silver pulse. Pour one for the man who doesn't rush, whose greatest weapon is his hush. He hums low, keeps steady walk. He crowns the night with silver poles. Raise a glass to the iron calm, to eyes that soothe instead of harm. No storm to spark, no blame to dose, just sovereign heat and silver poles. Becomes a rope, a hush becomes the richest coat. The hammer's breath like velvet smoke. The snare's a metronomic spoke. I lay a palm upon the oak. The lacquer mirrors what I spoke. The room leans in, the fire molds. We sail by a star of silver poles. I ain't holy, I ain't tame. I just outgrew the frantic game. I pace my heat, conserve the burn. Let lesser tempers twist and churn. When greed arrives to take its cut, The doors breathe wide like they know my name. The floor holds steady, the bass the same. The smoke draws crowns on amber stone. A hush reveals what I have grown. No banners raised, no trumpets blown, just breathing time and bone on bone. In the night she smiles because I've shown you don't have to roar to claim your throne. I walked the length of crowded years, past ash and oath and cheaper cheers. I learned to trade the spark for coal, to keep the heat and save the soul. I left the race to those who ran. I kept my pulse, refined my plan. Now rooms lean in like carved in stone to hear the reign of the quiet throne. Dropped the need to win on sight. I chose the long, deliberate night. I tuned my breath to slower keys. I let my anger learn to breathe. I filed my pride until it shone. A tool not matched to flesh to bone. And in that light, the truth was known. The calmest crown is the quiet throne. Ain't no preacher sells his grace. You buy it slow, you learn your pace. You keep your word and sharpen less. You let restraint replace excess. You trust the air you're standing on. You let the storm move through and gone. When noise begs blood from skin and stone, you answer with a quiet throne. So pour one for the man who doesn't chase, whose steady eyes can clear a place. He laughs low, his proof is grown. He rules the night from a quiet throne. It hums like oak, it shines like dawn. A crown you feel though nothing's drawn. I ain't pleading fate or loan. I wear the weight of a quiet throne. The barmaid knows the weather here. She sets the glass and stills the fear. The snare ticks off, the kick says stay. The organ threads a velvet way. Men measure men in restless tones. I let their thunder pass like stones. By the time the talk has flown, they're kneeling to a quiet throne. Speak once, speak true, then let it stand. Keep warm your fire, cool your hand. Treat pride like glass, polished store. Spend less today, hold something more. Forgive, but never lose the chart. Trust patient scars, not racing hearts. A kingdom's not in steel alone. It's breath that builds a quiet throne. The man in the mirror tips his head, says, son, you found the path instead. It wasn't rage, it wasn't speed. It wasn't hunger dressed as need. It was a way you didn't push, the way you turned a riot hush. No flags, no drums, no iron groan, just presence and a quiet throne. A murmur swells from jealous throats, a tide of sparks on cashiered notes. They bait my edge to brighter leaps. They want the fire that no one keeps. I raise one palm, a fraction slow. The storm forgets which way to go. The bass resumes, the doubt is flown, obedient to the quiet throne. Pour one for the man who reads the waves, who lets the fire remain its slave. He hums low, all battles known. He bends the dark with a quiet throne. Raise your glass to iron grace, to breathe that calms a crowded place. No roar, no blade, no overthrown, just sovereign heat and quiet throne. A single band becomes a door. A room steps through and asks for more. A ribbon reverb and baton turns noise to air and fear to bone. I set the groove where faith has grown. No hurry, just the tempered zone, and in that hush the crown is shown, weightless, like a quiet throne. I just have learned what I'll endure. I let the chase fall off the map. I traded sprint for patient lap. I let the past keep what it owns. I kept the lesson in my bones. I left the world as sharp in tone. I took the peace of a quiet throne. Ain't no choir singing up my name, just bass and breathing gentle flame. No trumpet calls, no gilded loan, just proof that stands when night is blown. You want the key, then stand alone and learn to need no borrowed tone. When questions rise from flesh and stone, you let them bow to the quiet throne. So pour one for the ones who chose to wait, who turned down speed and walked with faith. He laughs low, the work is done. He rolls the dust with a quiet throne. No crown to weigh, no debt to own, just breathe that makes the dark a home. And when I fade, carved into stone, I love the night and a quiet throne. The samurai kings have held the crown, and watch their palaces bound down. I'll cease my mortal light of we that hold the rim with leathern sheets, and left forgets the ones who know till teeth the fire, sauced and soul.
Wears gold like a second skin. The bass walks slow, invites me in. A hush like velvet, heavy dense. I button my calm and sharpness sense. The lights drift low, the air runs thin. My shadow trims the noise within. In the night she grins, she loves this science. How power lives in brass and silence. Polished shoes on an oaken floor, a measured step through a mirror door. The band leans back to read my pace. I set the tone with breathing space. No need to claim, no need to plead. I let the stillness intercede. A single nod, a quiet license. I stitch the room with brass and silence. Cuffling blinks like a comet's tail. My gaze moves slow, my voice stays pale. The snare suggests, the kick agrees. The organ hums like trusted keys. I pour a truth I never say. Let gravity conduct the sway. Where others shout their weak reliance, I write my name in brass in silence. Inside brass and silence. So pour one for the kings who never shout, whose steady post is off the doubt. He laughs low, ignores the sirens. He rules by brass and honored silent. It hums like steel, it shines like wine, a sovereign glow without a sign. I ain't begging fate for guidance, I wear my crown in brass and silence. She enters with a comet's grace, a test of poise across her face. I tilt the glass, I hold the frame, I let the rhythm take her name. No chase, no grin, no eager dance, just orbit set by a tempered stance. She changes speed by my compliance. That's the art of brass and silence. I learned to fold the heat I feel, like linen smoothed on tempered steel, to place each word like coins on scales, to let the hush outvote the tales. When pride arrives with guarded giants, I greet it with my brass and silence. I never buy the cheap alliance, I trade in golden quiet silence. The mirror tilts his head, says you talk less and speak instead. A measured breath can move a throne, a patient glance recarves a stone. No blade to wave, no stage defiance, just empire built of brass and silence. He taps the glass, confirms the science. Hold your crown with brass and silence. Murmur builds from jealous throats, a restless tide that swells and floats. The bass digs in, the snare grows tight, the room prepares to test my right. I raise my hand an inch at best, the noise folds back into its chest. The band resumes its calm alliance, obedient to brass and silence. The violence, he bends the night with brass and silence. Raise your glass to wine grace, to eyes that slow a crowded place. No roar, no shove, no malice, just sovereign brass and silence. The lights throw coins on every wall, the Hammond sighs a chapel call. A single bend suspends the room, a pause becomes a perfume plume. I trace the air with quiet science, a line of gold and silver silence. The groove drips warm, the noise relents, all debt is paid in confidence. I simply outgrew chaos game. I bank my fire in deeper jars, I steer by scars instead of stars. When tempers beg for my compliance, I answer true with brass and silence. A small refusal, clean and fine, a crown that needs no borderline. No choir sings a measured art, no trumpet crowns the patient heart. Proof is how the riot slows, how even lightning learns repose. You want the key to true reliance, distill your power, brass and silence. Let louder men chase cheap appliance. We meant the night with brass and silence. So pour one for the sovereign few, whose quiet tells the world what's true. The sirens, he holds the dark with brass and silence. No throne required, no gilded fence, just breathe and balanced eloquence. And when I fade, recall my science. I wore my crown in brass and silence.
Paris when it's undergold and kids blown away, clothes so cold. I see breakneck dull in time when timeless Zukunft Bewusstsein. But every brevet demands discounts 5 hash and Potter's price. So I close my eyes, dismiss the vibe. That's our life.